Yes, we are live. Let's go.
Yeah. Welcome to our 220th episode. Straight away, let's get into that. Most people don't realize this. You are told about your borrowing power, that is the ticket to wealth. But banks, advisors, and even so-called the experts in this industry, they are selling you this story. But we are here to break down the ugly truth.
Because, first of all, if you're having a pen and paper, make a note. That's very important. What we are going to share, nowhere else shared. So, so here comes the ugly truth. The very way that you are trying to increase your borrowing power is the same thing which is keeping you trapped in debt, in stress, in frustration, and enslaving it by keep selling your 30 years of your life, the next 30 or 40 years of your life. So that is why today we are going to unpack the two familiar ways that is actually trapping you, and also the other way which is going to really increase your borrowing power besides creating the real wealth and freedom, because two of them are designed to enslave you as what they have told you, whereas only one will set you free. And if you don't get this now, you will spend the next 30 years or next 40 years of your life by keep selling your time for money, by selling your future hours of your family time, everything to the bank, not for the profit of you. So let's break this down
Further.
together.
Yeah.
Together. Let's solve it together. Yeah. So what's the first way, which is called as
The dumbest way of the two.
why it is so? Let's unpack it.
Even though we are sharing the three, the third is the most important, which is going to set you free. The first two. And in the first two traps, the first one is the dumbest way of all.
Why?
Because you're selling more of your time for more money or more borrowing.
No,
power.
not more money. More of your time for capped money.
Yeah. So this is the worst of all. Selling your time. And by means selling your time, I means working overtime or doing something else for more dollars,
Like getting a side hustle,
getting a side gig, or trying here and there, those things.
but still trading your
Trading the
time
time
for the capped money, selling your time for the capped money,
And saving here little bit, saving
saving
there,
pennies.
yeah, saving pennies.
And you would have heard this: save your coffee a day because it's $4 or $5. Come on.
So this is most dumbest way of the two.
And anyone if selling if they are telling you to save the coffee a day or something, you have been told to they are telling you to sit with your scarcity. Come on. In being in the scarcity, are you going to create wealth? No. So guess what? Okay, go ahead.
Actually, this work very good to read or in paper. You might increase a little bit of borrowing power, only a couple of thousands more. But what's the cost behind it? Getting that borrowing power a couple of thousands, what is the cost? It's your time. That's the most important. And not only time, your health, because you're working more and more hours to the time linear income. So you lose your time, you lose your health, and more stress. And
Go.
also not only your time, your family time too.
So, and in saying that, whether you may or may not know, because we are not just selling from paper, but also like we are telling from the evidence. So according to the Finder, in 2025, they have released this. Keep it in mind, make a note. This is evidence, statistical evidence. 1 in 3 Australians are in mortgage stress. As of August 2024, 3.3 million people are in mortgage stress. Meaning over 30% of their income goes to their mortgage. Means what income? Not net income, gross income. And you know that 30 to 40% is going for tax. Yeah. And then the 30% is going for their mortgage repayment itself. It's more than 30%. And many of them following the same advice by trading more and more, by selling more and more number of hours just to borrow more. And which is not making them freer at all. They aren't freer. They are getting more and more
trapped.
and including you. So here what you must ask yourself is the most important thing is how many hours of your life are you willing to keep selling to just enough to borrow more and more debts. You must ask yourself this: how long are you going to are you willing to keep selling your next 30 or 40 years of your life? How long? You must ask yourself this. That is where you unpack the real fact and the real truth to get out of this hidden trap. So when I say hidden trap, let's go for the second step straight away.
Yeah, so we saw the dumbest way, the number one trap, and the
Most of them
second,
know.
yeah, and the second one, which is also most of them familiar about.
Mm.
Yeah, this is also the hidden trap. You know, that's a straight trap, and this is hidden trap. Starting a small business,
Mm.
or you would have heard multiple streams of income means multiple way of making money, but when they are in the stick to the low and mid ticket item, it means it's not multiple streams of income, multiple way of
Selling the time
using
for
their
money.
time.
Selling the time. So as long as you are in a small business or in a low or mid ticket, anything like that,
Self-employed, yeah.
self-employed, you are keep selling your time for money, similar as the dumbest way which we have mentioned earlier. Yeah. But the only thing is you may sell yourself, I'm my own boss. I don't need to answer. But still, again, you are trapped into the time tied linear income trap. Even though you are having a multiple stream, you may or may not have the multiple stream, but you're still selling your time for money. You're still trapped for a capped income. The society tells you, oh, be entrepreneurial, start a cafe,
something, yes,
start a side gig, invest in this, invest in that, or go for the Uber Eats, go for the Uber Drive. That's how many people are doing it. Or build 5 small hustles. It sounds smart, but is it going to keep you busy, or is it going to make you productive? Is it going to be energizing you towards wealth and freedom, or is it going to make you stressed, frustrated, and burnt out? Because it is all still the trap. Why? Because it is all still time tied linear income. You end up what?
working long hours, and also, you know, harder even than in your when you are in a job. This is even when you start on your own, you are working even more hours and harder and carrying more risk.
Tell us, like, drop in the comment below if you agree with this. If you're a small business owner or self-employed or loan or mid ticket, drop below how many hours you have been working and carrying more. And also they say even though you're working harder and longer and carrying more risk, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and how many of you have shut down the cafe you have started being entrepreneurial and started your own cafe, and then within 3 years burnt out? It may sound good on the paper.
Mm.
It may sound good on the paper, but actually it is even more harder for you.
But because the banks don't value you the amount of time that
You spend there.
you sold, they value the predictable slavery. The word is so strong, isn't it?
Yeah.
It should be. It should be, because we are not here to saying the things, sharing the value to tame you or to pamper you or what you want to hear. No, we are sharing you the insights for you, for what you must hear to get out of the trap. So they value your predictable hours that you sold to enslave you. So they will lend you more only to lack your, what to say, like lack you deeper into the mortgage or financial repayments, to enslave you furthermore, to financially control you furthermore, and also to keep making you sell time for money. The fact is, okay, again we'll give you the fact. Over 60%, keep it in mind, okay, over 60% of small businesses in Australia fail within the first 3 years. This is according to ABS data. Come on. Most never escape. They simply, what to say, they simply swap one boss for 10. That's it.
That's the only difference.
So in that case, ask yourself this: are you really diversifying your freedom, Or are you diversifying your stress, your frustration? What are you really diversifying? You must ask yourself this. And these are all the two things. One is that these are all the two ways. The first dumbest
Traps.
way and the hidden trap are the two ways most people,
Fall
97%
into.
are familiar
And fall
and uh,
into.
and following too, even though they know it is a trap, because that's what the bank and the financial advisors and the architects of golden cuff people. Who are the architects of golden cuff people?
Bank advisors,
Financial
brokers.
advisors, brokers, agents, they're all the architects because they also know only those. And even if they know anything else, they don't tell you. Why? Because their aim is to control you, to enslave you, but not to let you away from them. Because if you go away from them, they can't sell their debt. Get it? So it's for their corporate or personal benefit to keep you getting trapped into that. Whereas, what the 3% do? What is actually the real wealth tap?
The wealth tap means we are talking about leveraging.
That's a very important, the term itself, leverage. Yeah.
Leveraging. So this is very first and foremost is where you detach time from money.
Because if you keep believing time is money, you are trapped. You follow the first two ways, the numbers and the hidden trap.
Yeah, those both.
Time
Yeah.
is not money, time is life. The moment you start valuing your time and stop selling your time, that is exactly where the moment you start seeing what you haven't seen before and you start learning what you haven't learned before, you start taking an action what you haven't done before. As a wealthy, with a wealthy mindset to grow and succeed and as a wealthy person. So where you build will, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. When you when we say leverage, we are totally detaching the time and money concept. This is nowhere related here. So you are leveraging systems where you build an income that flows even when you stop working.
Hmm.
So like automation. So you are leveraging systems.
With automation,
Yeah.
OPT and OPM.
OPM.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you shift from the linear income, which is time tied, to this type of leveraged income, that's where you get uncapped, scalable, and duplicatable.
There you go. Mm.
So that's very important and the difference and the only way to the wealth.
And this is the only way to increase the borrowing power, which is going to give you the wealth, and not only the wealth, the freedom as well, because it's not time tied. Where it's going to translate that into your transfer you into your true wealth, to create a true wealth without getting attached to your time, because you are not just here to increase the wealth of the bank or what bank will lend you. You're increasing what you can personally control to create your own true wealth and true freedom to live your life every single day. Think about it. With a leverage income, you actually, you know what? As a 3% wealthy people, you actually buy back your time. You tend to protect your time rather than getting enslaved financially by the banks and keep selling your time. Rather, you're going to buy back your time with the leverage income using the system with automation, OPT and OPM. And also, you build cash flow first without relying on the time. That doesn't depend on your hours because the system with automation, OPT and OPM. And you stop being enslaved. Very important thing. You stop being enslaved to for the repayments and start using a money as a tool for further creation, further scalability, further duplication,
freedom.
for the freedom, for the real true wealth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You want to give some numbers?
Yeah, exactly. Because when we are giving evidence for all the other two, why not we for this?
Yeah.
In Australia, the average full-time worker spends 40 to 65 hours a week just to cover enough the bills, the mortgage, and the commitments.
Like us.
Yeah,
We
we
were
did
there
too.
too.
When we
Yeah.
say, first of all, we are Maddie and Sudha, we were in the same grind as you were for nearly 23, more than 2 decades, 23 years. Whereas we realized and gratefully we were open-mindedly started learning about money, what is finance, why we are trapped. and we stepped away from the conventional method, and followed by the last 4 years, we started creating our life with complete freedom, creating a time freedom to live our life every single day together with family without selling our time for money. And in 10 months time, I was able to quit my job, and also help my wife also to quit our job. And for the past 2 years, we have been more than 2 years, we have been completely traveling full time by living our dreamful life with family, with kids together. Yes, this isn't life. Yes, this is life. So what am I able to saying is, like, as I said, 40 to 65 hours a week just to cover bills, mortgage, and commitments. Imagine if even half of it could be freed up by having a system with automation and leveraging systems. How will be your life? So ask yourself this: what would you do if you weren't forced to sell your weekdays because you have to make money, because you have to pay bills, because you have to survive? What would you do? What will be the life looks like for you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that case, I think we're going to end up here. So let's recap everything.
Yeah, the first one, the dumbest way most of your no,
Familiar
most of
with?
them, yeah, familiar with
Selling more time for
selling
money,
more time for
capped money.
money
Mm.
and increasing the borrowing power with that method. The second one, hidden trap, still enslavement, but which is the multiple side hustle, which is still tied to your time.
Both are capped money, both are going to be trapping you, both are capped life again. And if you are if see, time is money is a scam, work life balance is a scam. Oh, okay, just a second. Time is money is a scam, work life balance is a scam. Don't fall into the multiple stream of income is also a scam. Don't fall into those traps. Whereas the third one is the most important,
the wealth trap, which is leveraging systems and totally detaching your time from money.
Free your income from the time, that's it, and create a real freedom from that to make an uncapped leverage income. This isn't about money alone, because time is life.
Yeah.
It's about your life, your legacy, your family, your presence. The kids doesn't want your present, they want your presence. So you can keep increasing your borrowing power the way they want you to, the system wants you to, and stay trapped and keep selling for the next 30 or 40 years. Or
easily, or you can take self responsibility. You can take self responsibility, rise above the mediocrity,
average mediocrity.
Yeah, from the average you rise above and learn to build wealth through what we said, the third one, leverage.
The choice is yours. Yeah. Either survive or create legacy. Either keep selling your time or buy back your time. So what are you choosing from today? It all depends on your choice. You are here to live your life to the fullest. We succeed together. Cheers, bye.